Hello everybody, this is Detective Daddy from Boston, Massachusetts, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be penny box number 25 of the year for the Hunt and Book fill. I'm going to show the books at the end of the video, so let me show you the box of pennies. And here they are right here. These I got from multiple banks. This wasn't an original box like this. I had to piece it together after going to multiple banks, so we're going to just jump right into this and get into roll number 1. Roll 1, we have our first Wheatie. Just to come in 1944 Philadelphia, but we'll take it. Roll number 3, Wheatie number 2. 1950 Philadelphia. Roll number 4, Wheatie number 3. Hopefully you're able to see the back of the wheat ears on this. This is how it came up. Let's take a look, see what we got. Very dark looking, but let's flip it over and see what we have for a date. I'm having a hard time seeing that one there. Let me take a close look at it. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to show up on camera at all, but it is in 1935 Philadelphia. I'm trying to see if I can get the lighting just right in order for you to see it, but it's just not working. You'll have to take my word for it on that one. I brought the camera in a little bit closer, and hopefully now you can see it's in 1935. Beat up pretty badly, but you know what? We'll take it. Same roll, Wheatie number 4. This one also came up wheat ears first and looks like it has a lot of wear. Could be old. Let's take a look. Okay, there it is. Let's see if we get a date on this one. Just in 1942 Philadelphia, heavily worn. Back with the next. I just came across this 2008, and if you look at it, just get my pen here. Right here, it looks like the beginning of an S, but with some damage down here. Very, very unusual. Never seen anything like that before. Back with the next. Okay, just open up the first custom wrap roll, and there's already something odd. I took it out of the wrapper. This end here already crimped, the other one isn't, and it felt kind of small, so when I was looking, I noticed something small right here. Looks like we got a dime. Pretty cool. Back with the next. Still in the first custom wrap roll, and guess what else we got? Wheatie number 4. Let's take a look and see what we have. Correction, this is actually Wheatie number 5 in roll 5. Let's take a look, see what we got. 1948 Philadelphia. Hopefully you can make that out. We'll be back with the next. On roll number 6, it's not a Wheatie, but it's really hard to say if this is a possible D over D. And I'll show you real quickly what I'm looking at is right down in here. Almost see some double in there and a little bit right in here as well. And that, to me, right in here looks very wide. I don't know. Let me know your opinions on this. We'll be back with the next. Just getting toward the end of roll number 8, and we have our 6th Wheatie of the box. Came up wheat ears first. Let's take a look. There it is. Let's take a look for the date. Yikes, a little off on that. 1955 Denver. We'll be back with the next. Number 10, we have our first foreign of the box. It's KG6. Let's take a look. It's Canadian KG6. Let's look for the year. I'm trying to flip this over so I get it just right. 1941. Outstanding. We'll be back with the next. Same roll, Wheatie number 7. 1956 Denver. We'll take it. Still in roll number 10, we got one peeking out the back here. Look at this. I haven't looked at the dates in the first two yet, but I saw those wheat ears coming out. Here it is. Let's take a look, see what we have for a year. And I messed it up again. There we go. A 1955. I don't see any doubling on that. Back with the next.
Working on roll 19, we have a 1941 Philadelphia that came up date side first. We're on roll number 20. We have a very corroded, crusty wheat penny right here. You can see the word cent right in here. Let's see if we can flip it over and get a date. It's a 1940 Philadelphia, which if you look right here, you can see the 40. Roll 21 is the 10th wheat penny in 1958 Philadelphia. Roll 22, Wheatie number 12. This one came up wheat ears first, probably in the 40s or 50s, so let's take a look. 1951 San Francisco. Roll 23, Wheatie 13. Came up date side first, 1945 Philadelphia. Roll 24, Wheatie 14. Came up wheat ears first, 1941 Philadelphia. Same roll, Wheatie number 15. Came up wheat ears first, let's take a look. 1957 Denver. Same roll, Wheatie number 16. Once again, wheat ears first, let's take a look, see what we got. 1957 Denver. Roll 27. Wheatie 17 came up wheat ears first, let's take a look, see what we got. Another 1944 Philadelphia. Roll Wheatie number 18. This one came up obverse first, 1957 Denver. Roll 30, Wheatie number 19. This one came up wheat ears first. Let's take a look, see what we have for a date. A 1956 Denver. Roll 31, and I wasn't sure if we were going to get there or not, but we have Wheatie number 20. Came up wheat ears first. Let's take a look, see what we got. 1953 Denver. Roll 33, Wheatie 21. Came up obverse facing first, 1956 Denver. Okay, we're up to roll 35 now, and I just want to point out that these 6 here were all the custom rep rolls. And the only thing I got was 1 Wheatie and a dime out of the first roll. The last 5 have had nothing. I'm really hoping these last 4 are going to provide us with something really good, but we got 16 rolls to go, so let's get to it. Okay, the custom rep rolls 35 and 36 didn't have anything, but roll 37 has a 20-second wheat penny. Came up wheat ears first. Let's take a look at the date. 1951, Philadelphia. Roll 40, Wheatie number 23. A very beat up 1947 Denver. Roll 41, Wheatie number 24. Just another 1944 Philadelphia, but we'll take it. To those last 2 custom rep rolls, let's see if we get anything. This box is hunted. The end of this box just absolutely died on. I did find some 09s and Canadians. It seemed like all the Wheaties were toward the first 3 quarters, and the 09s and Canadians were toward the back. Well, let's get to the wrap-up. Here is the wrap-up. In the upper left, we have a 1935, which I believe was in one of the first rolls that we opened, and I was really getting excited there early on, but it was the only pre-40s find that we had. On the second column, we have a 1940 going with 2 1941s and a 42, followed by 3 1944s, a 45, 47D, 48D. Moving to the third column, we have a 1950, a 51, and a 51S, a 53D, a 55 Philly and Denver. Then going to 3 1956 Denvers, 3 1957 Denvers, and lastly a 58 Philly. The next column, the fourth column, is where I have all my San Francisco mints. I have a 69 San Francisco, 71 San Francisco, 72 San Francisco, 3 73 San Franciscos, and a 74 San Francisco down there. Next column is the 09s, in which we have 3 Type 2 Phillies, 1 Type 3 Philly, and 1 Type 4 Denver. Next column over here is all my Canadians, which there was 1 1941 KG6. Then we had 2 from the 70s, 2 from the 80s, 2 from the 90s, and 1 from 2001. This right here is a 1999 dime that I found, and these are all the coins that I'm going to be matching up against the albums to see if we have any upgrades. Hopefully we get some additions as well. Let's take a look. Okay, we're taking a look at the books. I've combed through the finds. There were no upgrades nor additions in Book 1. Let's move on to Book 2. In Book 2, there were no additions as well, but there were some upgrades. Take a look at this right here. We had a very nice 1960D, which is really going to look nice in there. And that was on page 2. And over here, we had a slew of them. 68D, slightly better. 68D. Then we have the 68S. The 71S, as well as the 74S. And here it is, looking a lot better, I would say. I did want to point out real quickly, let me find it here, is I did just upgrade the 59D as well. I forgot to show that. So that has been upgraded as well. The only other 2 in the Book 3 that I have is the 81, and hopefully this comes up clear enough. It's just a much better strike. I just like it overall better. I'm hoping to get that 79D upgraded eventually. And the last one here is going to be the 89. There's a little bit of scratches on the 89, not on the new one, so we're going to put that in. And this book here, as you can see, is actually looking very nice, minus
those few right there. Hopefully we get those soon. And there is book 3 with one more edition, and that is actually the 83 right there. Okay, there, that's better. And as you can see, it's just a much nicer looking coin. Let me pop that in real quick. Okay, book 3 is all set up, and there it goes, looking great. I don't think, besides the few that I have up there, I need any more additions to this. And just because I can, here is book 4, all complete, just minus that 2019 West Point. Someday, who knows, maybe we'll find it. That's all I got for now. Hope you enjoy these videos as much as I do making them. If you do, please like and subscribe. Until next time, happy hunting.